He's like, how about I send you the information so I could look at the, you know, how everything transpired? And I'm like, I don't think I even need to look at how it transpired. I'm pretty certain we have a big scam going on. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Thanks for joining us today. You know, I often get questions from new eBay resellers, and sometimes it just seems so obvious. I forget sometimes that people, you know, starting out, they don't know what a lot of us who've been doing it for a while, we just kind of take for granted. And so I got a message from somebody on, I think it was Instagram, and they're like, hey, you know, this is the situation. I'm super excited, my first sale, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait a minute, you know, things aren't adding up here. And they said, well, maybe there's something wrong here. Maybe there's a scam. And I'm like, yeah, I think there is. He's like, how about I send you the information so I could look at the, you know, how everything transpired? And I'm like, I don't think I even need to look at how it transpired. I'm pretty certain we have a big scam going on right here. And I'm like, I hope you didn't do this. And he says, too late. I'm like, oh, no. And it turned out maybe it's not too late. And I want to talk about that in just a second. And then hopefully if you've never sold on eBay before, or if you're a new reseller, a couple little tips, and then Ask You pros out there have been doing it for a long, long time. You guys give great advice down in the comments too, to give some of the newbies some comments and some help as well. Plus we have a ton of sales. I was hoping to do one video today and shut the store down because I'm headed out of town for just one day, and I'm like, yeah, I need a little bit of a break here so I'm not overwhelmed when I come back. And it's not going to work out because we have a ton of sales. At last check, 32 for $1,125.62. Let's take a look. If you watch that sale down there, part of the 301, what was that one called? It was called He Had No Idea of What It Was Worth or something like that. We bought these owls. I didn't know they were Blanco. I probably should have known because I just picked up that one not too long ago. And OBX Picker pointed them out to me. I'm like, yeah, I am not leaving without these. These are awesome. I'm glad I didn't. Paid, I think we negotiated down to 15 bucks, and then I realized they were doing it for the veterans, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll do the 20 bucks then. Plus the lady was just super awesome. And they obviously weren't selling their own things, they were raising money. And so we did 20 bucks. They sold very quickly for $100 plus shipping. Keep an eye out for these. The clear ones don't sell as well, maybe half of that. But the other colors like blue, they'll go for 150 on up. We're gonna do just 3 more sales before we talk about that scam and that potential scam. It's not something that happens rarely. It's something that happens quite often. All right, I am really got problems here, cramping up space, but that's okay. These are those Kobe's right here. We got this at that amazing sale down there. What the heck did I call it? I keep calling it the Holy Moly sale. That's not what it was called. That's what was in the thumbnail, but we'll put it up here anyways. Amazing sale. These shoes right here could have sold for more than they did. We just made a conscious decision that we were going to put these shoes out at good prices, all of them, because we are totally out of shoe space. And so we underpriced them a little bit. And they could have gone, maybe in this condition, maybe as much as 100, I think. It's okay condition for sure. Sold for 80 plus shipping. The next item's back here as well. It's one of those items that you got to ask the right person at the garage sale, I think. I don't know where the gentleman had gone, but his wife was still there, and I'm like, well, I'm going to ask her. This pure Polaris belt, and she looked at me, and she's like, how about $1? And I'm like, you're just saying that because your husband isn't here. I know that's what's going on. And I'm like, I'll give you $1 for it for sure. 50, kind of a good example here, too. The market out there, the sold market was around what this was sold at, about $55 plus shipping. But the listed market was a little higher, and there were no solds in a while. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to put it out there and get it sold. $55 plus shipping. Another $1 pickup at the 301 sale, and this one turned into a $19 plus shipping sale. And it's just a Hello Kitty bag. And I'll tell you what, this brand, what's that brand for Hello Kitty? Starts with an S. I can't ever remember it until I read it. Sanrio, maybe? That brand and that style of bag, that could go for big bucks too, like 50, 60, 80 bucks. But this one wasn't in perfect condition, and I already had a viewer asking about it, so I put it out there at a really good price. See that little cut there, a little bit of issues there, but not too bad. You know, it needs a little cleaning. So it could have been a $50 bag if it was pristine, in my opinion. And there are some like it that are really, really high priced. And so we put it out there for 19 plus shipping, and she scooped it up. Hey, and before I read this, that reminded me of a question that I've been meaning to ask. So on the Picker channel, do you like it when the comps are showed like as we're buying the items? Or do you like it when we put the comps at the end of the video? Tell me in the comments which one you like. Been doing it as we buy them. I used to do it that way, and then I'd get a lot of negative feedback because, you know, they see the person and they're very sympathetic, and, you know, we get a good deal for $1 like that and then sell for 20 like that, and they're like, oh, that just doesn't seem right. And so I started putting them at the end, and all those comments went away. But I think people like to see them as the video is going on. So tell me what you think in the comments below, and let me read Debbie's message. Hi, Kevin, viewer from Oklahoma City. Thank you for letting me know the Hello Kitty bag was listed. She had messaged me a few times, and I'm like, okay, it's up there. We try not to do too many sales off eBay. Not really, it's cheaper that way, but it's hard for me to keep track of stuff. So I try to just to, you know, I'll eat the cost a little bit just to keep me in line, making sure, hey, I got to ship this out today, tomorrow, whatever it is. Love your channel and your family. You crack me up when you give Blue Ridge Mama a hard time about going to Goodwill. Keep being you. Cheers, Debbie. Debbie, thank you so much. All right, I lied. One more before we talk about the scam. I promise. I promise. It's loading on my phone. It took a while to pull it up. That's just a Revereware lid, tiny one, $6 plus shipping. All right, so I'm going to read you this message. Now, remind you, I got this message on Instagram, so I get lots of messages on Instagram, and then I get some, there's different categories, and then so the ones I've never heard from before, that's kind of the last one I check, and then I checked it. I'm like, oh, I hope it's not too late. And then I replied, and then it might have been too late. So here we go. I'm going to leave the names out of it. Hello, my friend. My name is blank. I just started doing this eBay thing, and I've listed some items, and my first one sold, but the person has not paid yet, and they wanted me to contact them via a number that they sent me. I believe this is against eBay policy, but I wanted to know if that is normal and how to make sure that I'm going to get paid for this item. All right, so I told him immediately, I'm like, I definitely would not do this. It's definitely going to be a scam. 99.9% it's going to be a scam. Of course, the message came sometime after he sent it. So when he replied back, he said, Kevin, too late. I already did it. I'm like, oh no. And I said, I'm sorry, you know, it's undoubtedly a scam, blah, blah, blah. And then try to give him some advice going forward as to what I would do. All right, so here's what he says right here. He says he sent $600, which confused me a little bit. He sends $650 to my email, and it says I can't get paid until I send copies of the gift cards for $500. My first attempt, so discouraging, I only have 2 listed items. And I'm like, so that means you didn't do it yet, right? You didn't send him gift cards and all the stuff that goes along with it. And I'm just hoping he didn't send the item. So I said to him, I'm like, have you already sent the item? You know, if it wasn't done through eBay, there's gonna be no protection whatsoever. You're likely never, I mean, almost assuredly, never gonna see any money, and you'll never see that item again. And we're talking big bucks here, right? So this is a big bucks. We're $650. I assume maybe it was a $150 item, and he's going to give him $650 if he gives him the gift cards and all that stuff. So they're not only trying to scam him out of the item, but more money on top of it is essentially what's going on here. Fortunately, he writes back and says, no, I haven't actually sent the item yet. He's just agreed to it. I'm like, well, if you haven't sent the item yet and you haven't sent any gift cards, there's really nothing you've lost so far. I said I would just take that person's information and turn it on to eBay, report the scam. And going forward, and this is something y'all can do out there, is, you know, I never have any item that I'll accept payment on unless it's an auction item or unless it's a send offer item or somebody sent me an offer. I always require immediate pay. And so if I'm a new seller, I'm assuming new sellers can require immediate pay. I don't want to speak out of turn here, so tell me if I'm wrong out there, but I'm pretty sure that new sellers, old sellers, we can all require immediate pay. It might reduce how many people buy an item, because there are some people who buy it, can't quite pay to the end of the week or whatever. But I just do it all the time, because I don't want items sitting out there. A lot of times the competition will buy an item from you, not pay, so that theirs is the only item out there. It happens as well, and it boosts their item and gets it sold because, you know, the algorithm out there knows, hey, this is the only one out there, and so it's a better way to sell items. So I just don't even deal with it. So let me know, do you do it that way? Anybody out there do it the way I do it? Automatic, you must pay, required payment immediately or you're not gonna be able to buy it. I have a new hat bin of sorts. Got some men's hats that I picked up at a private pick not too long ago. I have not put that video out. I don't know that I will, be honest with you. But it's a felt hat right there. And it is vintage for sure. Needs a little cleaning, but it's in good structural shape. And we got them pretty darn cheap, and we're letting them get out of here pretty darn cheap as well, because we're gonna make our money, and they're kind of difficult to store. But you know, if we would have cleaned that one and dressed it up really nice, that one could have probably gone for $25 or maybe even $30. But we're just getting them out the door. This one's just under $16 plus shipping. You notice there's been no animals or children running around today. They have friends over today, so they're staying busy, and all the animals are out playing with them. But I'm sure they'll be in here when we film their parts. So I love picking up stuff like this. It's just a new old stock bike chain. You remember those old ones when you were a kid? And they got the little combination tumbler right there. And I saw these at a sale. It was the 100 mile yard sale back quite a while ago now, and I finally got to listing them. And there was, I think, 6 in there, maybe something like that. And this is the only orange one, so it was really easy to list them all. They're not selling for much, but we paid less than $1, I believe. Maybe I paid $1, I don't know. This one sold really quick, $16 plus shipping. The red ones and the blue ones, I think I bumped up $1 or $2. So that's not bad, you know. We'll make $1 into 16 times 5. It's not a bad little profit on something super easy like that. I'll take it. So don't ignore stuff like this. Even that $2.95 price tag, people are paying decent money for this stuff. Some of the brand names from back then, if it's a really good brand name, you can get like $50 for those right there. Sold one of these small bags, 31 bag. That's it right there. Look, I didn't even set that one up. Normally I do. From Minnesota. And that one we paid $1 for. It sold for $10 plus shipping. Not a huge profit, but we picked up a bunch of them. The other day I should have picked up a bunch of Sesame Street PVC figures, and I passed on them because I had a bunch and they weren't selling too great. And you know what? I get home and I sold 2 of them pretty quick. Elmo PVC figure, because they're, you know, they're not going for much, but that one's for $10, right? And I could have got them for next to nothing or nothing. And you know, when you sell something for $10 like that, you're making about $5 after shipping and fees. So you never know, you know. And there was like 8 of them. I could have done it. I probably should have done it, but oh well, I'll take it. What is that, a conch shell he's listening to? $10. Appreciate it. I am desperately trying to get rid of shoes. Any way I can get rid of shoes. And even these little ones over here. These Stride Rides. I think we put them on sale and a coupon or something. So they're out the door for like $8. But we just need space, get rid of shoes, and we'll take whatever we can get. And we're making a few bucks on it. All right, Turn's got a buddy with him today. So Reagan had a buddy who was in here, and so now you do. What's your name, bud?
Chase.
Chase. All right. I know his name. I just had to tell everybody else's name for the video. Do you like, Chase, do you like cars?
Yeah.
Did you like that when you were a little guy?
Yeah.
Huh? That's, what is that, Turner? Supercharged? I don't remember that from the video. Do you remember it from the video?
Kind of.
Kind of? Y'all are sweaty. You've been playing ball outside, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I like it. Who's your favorite baseball team?
Angels.
Oh, really? Wow, we got an Angel fan in the house. That's good stuff. I like it. All right, bud, that's all for $10 plus shipping. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, donate $1. Bye.
Yeah, I told you who'd come around when the kids came around. Huh. You like to follow them little guys, but they don't give you treats, do they? That's right. I give you treats. Before I forget, check out this super awesome gift that Pete just had to send us right here. Check this out. Everybody needs Tupperware. I mean, how cool is that right there? I'm going to take that thing. Maybe we'll put it in the new building outside. I was trying to find something for above the TV, if you remember it. And that Virginia sign we found at the 301. I'm like, yeah, we'll put it there. But man, I kind of wish that was there now. But we'll save this and put it out there in that building at some point, probably. So we're collecting some stuff back here that people have sent us to put in the new building. So, and Marilyn sent us a message about a sign, and hopefully, Marilyn, I'll get back to you on that in later this show. But if I don't, we'll definitely do it in the next show. So thank you, Marilyn. So another pair of shoes, thank goodness. $30 plus shipping on these yellow Jordans. I don't know what you want to call them. Some of you shoe folks out there know what the heck they are. But $30 plus shipping. Finally selling out of some of the Radio Shack stuff. That amplifier, I think it's $26. I think think is what we got for that amplifier. So I think it's the last one too, so I'm happy it's gone. Everybody has a different reason for liking or not liking LPs. The reason I like LPs, as you can see here, is because of the cover art. Just love it. And this Roy Buchanan right here is pretty darn cool for a cover. And it sold for $11 plus shipping. How about that one? You like that? You're not alone. I like that one for sure. $11 plus shipping. I haven't talked about the LP box in a while, so I'll just mention it really quick because I gotta thank Scotty for buying plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. And I think there was another one as well, and I just didn't write it down, so I'll try and get it next time. That's how we ship out those records. And there is a link below. And we do it with some other stuff as well. Some either bubble wrap or some inserts and some sleeves as well. So it's worth it. You know, I think it is anyways, to make sure that people are satisfied and that they stay protected, even though something like this, it's already not in great shape. So I wouldn't necessarily use all the other filler. I would just throw a little one piece of bubble wrap on top, one below, and seal it up. That's it. I haven't mentioned in a while my puppet trick, how to sell puppets quicker. And that's to put club head cover in there. And you can put, you know, putter head cover, and people like to put this kind of stuff over a golf club in their golf bag. But this one you can't do that with because it's just not enough room in this one. But it's still a cool puppet. Cookie Monster. Nom 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 nom. $14.50 plus shipping. Are there any LP sellers out there? We haven't listed LPs in a long time. Haven't even bought them in a while because I kind of got burnt out on the last batch, to be honest. But we're getting a little low, so I might have to go out there and find some because we sold 2 today. One just sold a few minutes ago, and we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Not a lot of high price stuff. All that stuff sold a long time ago. We made some really good money on it. But you know what? We're making a little bit here and there. $7.50 plus shipping, and this pile just gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and that is cool. My dad would like the Brooklyn Bridge right there. That was pretty cool. $7.50 plus shipping, so definitely almost not worth it because it takes a little time to, you know, it's saying something if I say it's not worth it, because I love small dollar sales mixed in with some bigger dollar sales. You know, you can make some pretty good money doing it that way. I got to ship anyways, right? So might as well take those little ones. They all add up to an extra 40, 50, 80 bucks a day. Plus you throw in the big ones and you're making $300-400 profit in a day. It's a pretty good day. Got No Name and Reagan here. You gonna tell us about the sales for CommonwealthPicker.com, huh? You gonna tell us? All right, we got...
Zach got a CWP hat and an Enema Man.
CWP hat and an Enema Man. Okay.
Tina got a blue CWP shirt.
Okay.
I can't tell if you were Michelle or Michael, but one of them got a
Let
yellow...
me look. Michael.
Michael got a yellow shirt and an Enema Man.
That's right. And you didn't help pack up anything today. You were busy.
No.
And so Bub's girlfriend did it all. You sad? Because you kind of like to do it, don't you?
I like doing it.
Oh, well. But at least it got done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Look, it's chongus over there. Big chongus.
All right.
Bye. And don't forget to get your stickers at CommonwealthPicker.com.
All right, y'all. A couple more sales really quickly here. So right back here, this Honest Lawyer sign went out to Marilyn. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but she sent me a check, an actual check. Made me harken back to the days of old on eBay, which is really, really cool, Marilyn. And you've been an amazing supporter of the channel for a while. So $50, it's headed out of here. We really do appreciate your support. I don't know if you noticed, but I forgot that light wasn't on. It's actually been a few hours since I filmed the last bit in here. We've been hosting a few people here. Blue Ridge Mama's been hosting a few folks and made dinner and dessert and all that stuff. So it's a little chilly out there, which is why I put this on. What else I got to tell you? Oh, this thing right here, this link. It's a TI calculator link thing. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. But I know that it sold for $8 plus shipping. So I think that one actually came from that one sale. It came from the Motherload sale. I should probably put that down on my list, but, you know, it's what it is. Uncle Mark's garage sale. I haven't talked about this in a while. The date is tentatively scheduled for September 17th near the Raleigh area. I'll tell you a little bit later where exactly it is. We're lining up sponsors for it and hopefully going to have a good time and have some people out. And you can buy a bunch of stuff from him, hopefully with enough meat on the bone, and then come hang out and we'll feed. I can't say we'll feed everybody, but we'll feed a bunch of folks. We'll have a truck out there and stuff. So we'll see. But that's coming up, and we'll announce all of the details of that on Garage Sale Nation on the Facebook group as well. And another shout out for Reseller Genie, myresellergenie.com. Use code Commonwealth over there if you're interested. More and more people keep going over there every day. It is essentially designed, bookkeeping designed for resellers. It's getting better and better as the days go by. More and more people are doing it. I'm excited about where it's going. If you need a plan, if you don't have a plan, if you maybe even at the end of the tax season you want to try something new. I know a lot of people use spreadsheets, and GoDaddy is gone, so that's no longer an option, but use QuickBooks and stuff. But if you don't have a plan in place, maybe you should go check them out. I don't think you'll regret it. Mark and Hope are awesome folks. So thank y'all so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next time.